Hey there. I'm so excited to start painting with you. So let's jump in. Hopefully you got a chance to print our mixing workbook. This is just the first of some of our exercises. After we work through these, I can send you a link for some of the new, little bit more advanced exercises. So let's just talk about what we have in here. We have our table of contents, which is we'll start with some really simple achromatic, meaning black and white value scales. Then we'll shift into mixing with color. And to do this, I have created a little materials list with you. And you don't have to have exactly what I have. I'm going to talk about it here in a minute. But it's just kind of a jumping off point. If you want, you can go to this Blick U site and find my shopping cart there, and you can get some of the things that I'm about to show you today if you just wanted one place to kind of go and quickly click a button. Okay, so let's go through the list. We need to start with some kind of palette. I'm going to demonstrate this Stay Wet palette with this Masterson Stay Wet box, which I'll explain in just a second. But you could use a paper plate or anything really, just another piece of cardstock. It doesn't matter, just something that you can squirt and mix the paint on. Some heavy papers, which we will use the workbook for in this set of exercises, but into the future we can use heavy watercolor paper, we can use canvas. We'll need some kind of towel. This is a pretty important tool when we're painting to keep our colors from getting muddy. So either like a painting rag or just paper towel is fine. A cup of tap water, some painter's tape. For these exercises, we're going to use Payne's Gray and Titanium White, and these are just really inexpensive craft paints that I got. Hey there! I'm so excited to start painting something like this. Or if you get the Blick U kit, you can do it with our Titanium White and our Ivory Black that are in this Color Theory set that I put together for you at Blick U. So this would be where we start with the achromatic studies, and then we'll shift into the color studies later. For the color studies, we're going to use this inexpensive paint again, and I'm going to use a Cad Red medium and a Sap green, but we could use this red and then mix a green out of these, which I can show you how to do when we get to the color. Okay, and then your reusables, you'll need a cup for your water, something that you don't mind donating to the painting studio. At least these brushes, just a flat synthetic brush that's about 1 inch big, and then a smaller synthetic flat. In the kit, I put together this Blick version of paintbrushes, and it's so inexpensive, but it just gives you a handful of different options. But as we progress through some things, we can talk about some higher quality brushes and different tools as we get going. And you will need a palette knife. So in the kit, I put just a little inexpensive diamond trowel palette knife, but if you have a metal one, that will work. But we'll just need something for our mixing with paint. Okay, so something extra that's not in the kit, but that you might want, and you can just get this from your household goods, and I got this at the craft store in the painting section for like $1, is a little squirt bottle. And that can help make the acrylic paints last a little longer from drying out. Okay, so this is in your kit. This is a kind of special paper that I'm going to show you here. That goes in this Masterson Stay Wet box. This is like a game changer when it comes to painting with acrylics, because I can keep my acrylic paint wet for over a month. So the lid, I don't have it pressed on now, but it seals really nicely. When you take it off, you put this Stay Wet paper in there, and I ran the paper under water. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, that it's wet. I just filled the box with hot water and let it soak for a little bit, and then poured the water off. So it is wet. And then when you put the lid on, it just stays cool and keeps the paint flexible for quite some time. So this is a game changer. But like I said, if you wanted to use a paper plate, that would be fine. Okay, so that's our materials. I'm going to stop the video and we'll start a new one, and we're going to start this achromatic mixing value scale, where we're going to learn how to mix, start with the white, a 30, a 50, a 70, and a 100 being black. And we'll paint a hard step value scale, and then we'll paint a subtle one in an ombre here. And it's kind of the key to figuring out how to make something look like it has good perspective and depth in a painting, good light sources and so forth. Then we will practice some different mark making techniques so that we can practice with the paint and getting different effects. And then we'll turn this little line drawing, shape drawing, into a volumetric sphere in black and white. And then we'll move into color. Okay, so I will see you in just a second to work on our value scales. Okay, bye.